You ever have one of those moments where you hear something so wild, you have to pause, rewind, and make sure you didn't mishear it? Yeah, that's pretty much the entire internet right now after Kim Kardashian straight up said she thinks the 1969 moon landing never happened. No joke. On the newest episode of The Kardashians, Kim dropped a line that had both her family and half of NASA doing double takes. She literally said, I think it was fake. Let's get into it. All right, so picture this. It's another fancy Kardashian dinner scene. Everyone's dressed like they're about to walk a red carpet just to sit in their own kitchen. Out of nowhere, Kim casually starts chatting with actress Sarah Paulson, who's guest starring on the episode. They start talking about conspiracies, fun stuff like Bigfoot, aliens, and Area 51. But then Kim takes it to the next level. She goes, I think the moon landing was fake. Like, ma'am. Did we just hear that right? Even Sarah looked at her like, wait, what? And Kim? Totally serious. She doubled down, saying she'd seen TikTok evidence. Now, anyone who's been online in the last 5 years knows TikTok has conspiracy videos for literally everything. From celebrity clones to lizard people in Hollywood. You name it, it's there. So, apparently, Kim fell down one of those rabbit holes. And as soon as that episode dropped on Hulu, boom. The internet lost its collective mind. Twitter went full meltdown mode. Reddit threads popped up faster than a Kanye rant. Half the fans were laughing, the other half were defending her like, she's just joking! But here's the thing. She wasn't smiling. She looked dead serious. And this is where it gets really good. Because NASA caught wind of it. Yeah, NASA. The actual space agency that put humans on the moon. They weren't about to let a reality show rewrite history. The very next day, NASA's social team jumped online to remind everyone that yes, humans really did walk on the moon. They even listed the 6 successful moon missions between 1969 and 1972, threw in some footage, and basically said, we've got receipts. And just like that, Kim versus. NASA became the weirdest feud of the week. But before we dive deeper, let's take a step back. Why does a comment like this from Kim Kardashian blow up so fast? It's simple. She's one of the most influential people on Earth. Every word she says gets amplified 1,000 times over. When she says something controversial, even in passing, it becomes an entire cultural moment. So now, what could have been a throwaway line turned into headlines on People, Entertainment Weekly, and CNN Entertainment. Every outlet ran with it. The timing made it even bigger because the new season of The Kardashians just started, and you know what that means. Publicity now, some fans online think this was all a setup. Yeah, there's a theory floating around that Kim knew exactly what she was doing. The rumor is she dropped that line to stir up buzz, get people arguing, and draw more attention to the new season. Let's be real, the Kardashians have mastered the art of viral marketing. They know exactly how to dominate a news cycle. One minute, it's Kim lost her diamond earring. The next, it's Kim doesn't believe in the moon landing. Coincidence? Maybe. Genius PR strategy? Probably. But let's talk about why this specific topic, the moon landing, why hits such a nerve. The fake moon landing theory has been around since the 1970s. Back then, people claimed NASA staged it all on a Hollywood set. There were books, documentaries, and a ton of supposed proof, mostly blurry photos and weird shadows. It became one of the most famous conspiracy theories in history. The problem? It's been debunked 1,000 times. Scientists have lunar samples, photos, data, and even retro reflectors still sitting on the moon that bounce lasers back to Earth. So yeah, the receipts are solid. But when Kim brought it up, it wasn't about science. It was about influence. When a major celebrity repeats a conspiracy, even half joking, it gets new life online. Suddenly, a 50-year-old myth is trending again on TikTok. Now let's talk about NASA's response, because it was chef's kiss level of petty and professional. They didn't tag Kim directly, and which honestly made it even funnier, but they dropped a thread full of moon landing facts. They wrote stuff like, "In case anyone's wondering, yes, we really went." 6 times. Then they added a mic drop photo of Buzz Aldrin standing on the lunar surface with the American flag. Instant classic. Even Buzz himself reposted an old quote, "It happened. I was there. That's a savage clapback if I've ever seen one." Meanwhile, social media exploded with memes. One viral tweet said, "Kim Kardashian denying the moon landing while wearing $500,000 worth of diamonds is the most 2025 thing ever." Another joked, and NASA needs to invite her to the moon just to prove it. But on TikTok, the reaction was split. Some users defended Kim, saying she was probably trolling for attention. Others were genuinely disappointed, calling it irresponsible for someone with that much reach to spread misinformation. And honestly, they have a point. When you've got hundreds of millions of followers, your words carry weight. Even a small comment can push conspiracy culture into overdrive. Now let's talk about Kim's image for a second. This is someone who's spent the past few years trying to rebrand herself as serious. Law student, activist, entrepreneur, mother. She's spoken about prison reform, human rights, and building businesses. So hearing her say something that sounds straight out of a YouTube conspiracy channel? Yeah, it didn't exactly help the serious Kim narrative. But again, Kim's smart. She knows how to spin a headline. If people are talking about her, she's winning, even if they're laughing. So what's the takeaway here? Whether she meant it or not, Kim Kardashian managed to do the impossible. Make a 55-year-old space debate go viral again. NASA got free PR. The Kardashians got massive buzz. And everyone on the internet got a week's worth of memes. But there's something deeper about this moment, too. We live in an era where social media can blur the line between facts and feelings. If enough people repeat something, even a joke, it starts to sound true. And when a celebrity says it, the effect multiplies. That's power. And Kim? She knows exactly how to use it. But hold up. This story isn't over. Some fans are now demanding that Kim respond publicly to NASA's fact check. Others want her to double down and make a full episode where she investigates the moon landing for herself. Imagine that. Kim Kardashian goes to NASA. You just know Hulu would greenlight that in a heartbeat. And if she actually visits a space center, yeah, that's another viral moment waiting to happen. At the end of the day, this whole situation is kind of hilarious and a little scary, because it shows how one reality star comment can ripple across the internet, drag a government agency into the mix, and get millions of people arguing about a 50-year-old piece of history. That's the new media world we live in, where attention is the real currency. And love her or hate her, Kim Kardashian is still the queen of spending it. So, what do you think? Do you believe Kim was serious, or was she just stirring the pot for clout? Drop your thoughts below, and while you're at it, hit that like button if you made it this far. Because whether you think the moon landing was fake or not, one thing's for sure. Kim Kardashian just made outer space trend again.